This is Illyria, lady.
What should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. So perchance may he be?
True, madam, and to comfort you with chance, assure yourself after our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself to a strong mast that live upon the sea, where, like Arion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so there's gold, my own escape and fold up to my hope, where to thy speech serves for authority the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well, for I was born and bred not 3 hours from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke in nature as a name.
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino? I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since. Then being left in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the sight and company of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to the world till I have made my own occasion mellow, what my estate is.
But that were hard to compass, for she will admit no kind of suit. No, not the duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, captain. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid, for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a boy to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth her service. What else mayhap to time I will commit, only shape thy silence to my wit.
Be you his boy and your mute? I'll be, for when my tongue blabs, let my eyes not see.
I thank thee, lead me on.
Music be the food of love, play on! Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again had a dying thought. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet south that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough! No more! 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before.
We go hunt, my lord.
What, curio?
The heart.
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a heart, and my desires like fell and cruel hounds ere since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The elegant itself till 7 years heat shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress she will veil and walk in water once a day, her chamber round with eye and brine. All this to seize in a dead brother's love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, She that hath the heart of that fine frame to pay this debt of love but to a brother, how will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her, and filled her sweet perfections with one self-king? Away before me to sweet beds of flowers, love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What a plague means to my niece, to take the death of her brother thus. I am sure cares is an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come at earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exception to your ill hours.
Well, why let her accept before accepting?
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? Ha! Well, I'll confine myself no finer than I am. For these clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And if they be not, let them hang themselves by their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard of my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight you brought in one night to be her ward.
Who? Sir Andrew Agricheek?
Aye, he.
Well, he's as tall a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has some 3,000 ducats or so.
Aye, but what about a year in all these ducats, for he's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie that you'll say so of him. For he plays on the viol de gamboys, and he speaks 3 to 4 languages, word for word, without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed, almost natural, for besides that, he is a fool, he's a great quarreler, and he hath the gift of a coward to lay the gust that he hath in quarreling. To slot among the prudent, he would have the gift of a grave.
By this hand, they are scoundrels and subtractors that say so of him. Who are they?
They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking good health to my niece. Why, I will drink as long as there's passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. For he is a coward and a courser who does not drink till his brain turns on the toe like a parish top. What, wench? Castiliano Vulgo, for here comes Sir Andrew, Andrew face.
Sir Toby Bell. Ciao now, Sir Toby Bell.
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good Mistress Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Very well, gentlemen.
And if thou hast part, Sir Knight, have thee never draw thy sword again.
And you part so, fair mistress, I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Marry, but you shall have. And here's my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free. I pray you, bring your hand to the buttery bar, and let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Why, I think so. I am not such an ass, but I can keep my hands dry. What's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Oh, are you full of them?
I, sir, have them at my fingers' ends. Now, Mary, I let go your hand. I am barren.
Oh, knight, thou lackest a cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think, unless you see canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man, but I am a great eater of beef, and I believe that does some harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? If only I had bestowed the time and tongues that I had in dancing, fencing, and bear baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts!
Then hadst thou had an excellent head of hair.
Why? Would that have mended my hair?
Past question. For you see, it does not curl by nature.
But it becomes me well enough, does it not?
Excellent. For you see, it hangs like flax on distaff. And I would hope that a housewife take thee between her legs and spin it off.
Faith, I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby. For your niece will not be seen, or if she be, it's 4 to 1, she'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
Oh, so none of the Count. I've heard her swear she will not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. There's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. I am a fellow of the strangest minds in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes all together.
Art thou good at kickshaws these nights?
As any man in Illyria.
And what is thy excellence in thy galliard, knight?
Faith, I can cut a caper. And I think I have the back trick simply as good as any man in Illyria.
Well, wherefore art these things hid? Wherefore art they have a curtain before them? Why dost thou not go to church in a galliard and come back in a coronto? Why, my very walk would be a jig, and I would not stop to make water, but in a syncopace. What dost thou mean? Is it virtuous to hold worlds in? And I would think, by thy constitution of thy fine leg, that it was formed under the stars of galliard.
Hi, 'tis strong, and it does indifferent well in flame-colored stocking. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Let me see the cape. Oh, excellent! Higher! Higher!
If the Duke continue these favors towards you, Cesario, you're like to be much advanced.
You either fear his humor or my negligence, that you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here goes the cup.
Who saw Cesario? Ho?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowst no less but all. I have unclasped for thee the book of even my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as this spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous, and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I must speak with her, my lord, what then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years, I say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth than Rubius. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all dissimilative a woman's part. I know my consolation is right after this affair. Some 4 or 5 attendant, all if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and you shall live as freely as thy lord to call his fortune thine.
I'll do my best, will your lady? It's a marvelous strife. Whoe'er I woo myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I'll not open my mouth so wide as a bristle may enter and waive thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Oh, let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
A good Latin answer. I can tell thee where the saying was born if I fear no colors.
Where, good Mistress Mary?
In the wars, and they may be bold to say in your foolery.
Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and for those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent. or to be turned away. Is that not so good as hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage. And for turning away, let summer bear it out.
You are resolute then.
Not so. Neither, but I am resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, the other will hold, or if both break, your gaskets fall.
Apt, in good faith, very apt. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou wert as witty a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, you wrote no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely, do her best.
Wit, be thy will. Put me into a good fooling. Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
But do you hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go to. You're a dry fool. Besides, I'll know more of you. You grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. For give the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest. If he cannot, let the botcher mend him. Anything that's mended is but patched. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin, and sin that amends is but patched with virtue. Now, if that, this simple syllogism will serve, so if it will not, what remedy? The lady bade take away the fool, therefore I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Misprison in the highest degree. Oh, good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Could fool for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
Ah, the more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do until the pains of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
Well, God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
What say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged. I protest, I take these wise men that crow so at these fools no better than the fool's zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with this tempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and a free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now, Mercury, do thee with leasing, for thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people holds him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Oh, fetch him off, I pray you! Fie on him, this is nothing but madmen! Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick, or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull Jove crammeth brains for... here he comes. One of thy kin has a most weak pia mater.
By my honor, half drunk! What does he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman. What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. A plague on these pickled herrings. How now, salt?
Oh, good Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery! Guap! I defy lechery! There's one at the gate.
Ah, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil, and he will, I care not, Forgive me, faith, say I! Well, that's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool and a madman. One draught above heat makes him a fool, the second mats him, and a third drowns him.
Well, go thou and seek thy crowner, and let him sit on my cause, for he's in the 3rd degree of drink. He's drowned. Go, look after him.
No, he is but mad yet, Madonna. And the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on it so much to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have foreknowledge of that as well, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He is fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so. And he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he will speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He will speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage in years is he?
Not yet young enough for a boy, nor old enough for a man, as 'tis with a squash when 'tis almost a pea scot, or a coolington when 'tis when almost an apple. It is with standing water between boy and man with him. He's very well favored, yet speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk were scarce of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman! My lady calls!
Come, give me my veil. Throw it over my face. We will once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast her my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question is aught of my part. Oh, good gentle one, give me the modest assurance, if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, and yet by the very fangs of malice I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
Alas, it is the more like to be feigned. I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone, and if you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of moon with me to make and so, skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I am here to halt a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady? Tell me your mind, I am your messenger.
Sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as fun as peace is matter.
But you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that have appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Oh, sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his part.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw you the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir. Such a one I was as present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, and every particle and utensil labeled to my will. As item 2 lips in different red, item 2 green eyes with lips in them, item 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such a love could not be recompensed though you be crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, and voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in dimension and the shape of nature a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why, what would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of condemned love, and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! How you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state as well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. Let him send no more. I am not for him. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Here, thank you for your pains. Spin this for
I
me.
am a feet post lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love makes his heart a flint that you shall love, and that your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Oh. Above thy fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. Oh, be sworn. Thou art. Thy face, thy tongue, thy limbs, thy action and spirit do give thee full blazon. Oh, not too fast. Soft, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this use perfections in an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. But ho, Malvolio!
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the counter's man. He left this ring behind him. Whatever not. Tell him all none of it. Desire him not to flutter with his lord, nor hold him up in my hopes. I am not for him. If that the youth will come this way tomorrow, I will give him reasons I thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I do, I know not what, and fear to find mine eye to grit to flatter from my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer? Or will you not that I go with you?
No, by your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fates might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave so that I may bear my evils alone. 'Twere bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you, whither you are bound.
No, sooth. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy, but I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me which I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonia. My name is Sebastian, which I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messaline, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him both myself and a sister, both born in an hour if the heavens had been pleased when we had so ended, but you, lady, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day.
A lady. Though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful, though I will not with such estimable wonder overfar believe that, yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not call but fair. She is drowned already, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, Sebastian, your bad entertainment.
Good Antonia, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare thee well at once. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I too adore thee so, that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Were you not even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace I have since arrived hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains, but to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you put your lord into a desperate assurance she will none of him. And one thing more, that you never be so hardy to come in his affairs again unless it be to report his taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me. Oh, none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her. And her will is it be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Her fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts, distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why he sent her none. Oh, I am the man, if it be so as 'tis. Poor lady, she'd better love a dream. The skies, I see they're out of wickedness, for when the pregnant enemy does much. How will this badge? My lord and master loves her, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she mistaken, dotes as much on me. What will become of this? As I am man, I am desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Time, thou must untangle this, not I. 'Tis too hard a knot for me to untie.
Put him in the brig until he's sober. Put him in the brig until he's sober. Put him in the brig until he's sober. Early in the morning.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. And deliculo surgere thou knowest.
Nay, I know not, but I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. For you see, I hate it as an unfilled can. Not to go to bed before midnight is early. So then to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. And does not our life consist of the four elements?
Faith, so they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Oh, thou art a scholar.
Oh.
Therefore, let us eat and drink. May I say, a stoup of wine.
Here comes the fool in faith.
Now, my hearts! Did you never see the picture of we three?
Welcome, Alice. Now, let's have a catch.
By my troth, the fool has an excellent breast. I had 40 shillings, I had such a leg, and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. In sooth, thou wast in very gracious fooling last night when thou spokest of the pigogrammatus, the vapians, passion, the equinoctial of quabos. 'Twas very good. I sent thee 6 pence for thy leman, hadst I?
I did him petticoats thy fertility. For Malvolio's nose is no whip stock. My lady has a white hand. And the myrmidons are no bottle ale houses.
Oh, excellent. Why, this is the best fooling when all is done. Now a song.
Come now. There's 6 pence for you. Let's have a song.
Aye, here's a kestrel of me too, if a night.
Would you have a love song? Or a song of good life?
A love song. A love song.
Aye, I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting, journeys ending, lovers meeting, every wise man's son doth know, every wise man's son doth know. What is love is not hereafter, present mirth at present laughter, what's to come is still unsure. And delay their lives, no plenty, then come kiss me sweet, and 20 youths a stuff will not endure, youths a stuff will not endure. What is loved is not hereafter, present mirth at present laughter, what's to come is still unsure. And delay their lives, no plenty, then come kiss me sweet, and 20 youths of stuff will not endure, youths of stuff will not endure.
Excellent. A mellifluous voice, as I am. Oh, knight.
A contagious breath.
Oh, very sweet and contagious in faith.
And to hear by the nose, it is a dulcet in contagion. Shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we not rouse the night owl and draw 3 souls out of 1 weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me, let's do it. I am a dog at a catch.
The fire lady, sir. Some dogs will catch well.
Oh, most certain. Let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave knight. I shall be constrained to call thee knave knight.
'Tis not the first time I have constrained one to call me knave. Come, begin. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Excellent, good. Begin.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, I prithee, hold thy peace, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave, I prithee, hold thy peace, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave, I prithee, hold thy peace, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave, I prithee, hold thy peace, thou knave.
My lady's a Catayan, and we are politicians, and Malvolio's a Peg-a-Ramsey, and 3 merry men be we. Am not I consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley lady.
Oh.
There dwelt a man in Babylon.
Lady, Bishrew me, the knight is an admirable fooling.
Aye, he does well enough if he be disposed. He does it with more grace, but I do it more natural.
Hold thy peace, thou knave!
My masters, if you mad, or what have you? Having no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house that you squeak out your cosier's catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of persons, places, nor time in ye?
Well, we did keep time, sir. In our catches. Snack up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself from your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it please you, take leave of her. She's very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear hearts, for I must needs be gone.
His eyes do show his days are almost done.
It's even so!
And I will never die.
Oh, Sir Toby, there you lie.
Shall I bid him go?
This is much credit to
What,
you.
and if you don't?
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
No, you dare not.
Out of tune, sir, ye lie. Art thou anything more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, that there should be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by Saint Anne, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth too.
Thou art in the right. Go, sir. Rub your chain with crumbs. A stoop of wine, Mariah.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favor to anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it. By this hand!
Go stick your ears!
For as good a deed as to drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge him in the field and break promise with him and make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge, or deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Says the youth of the council today with thy lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay word and make him a common recreation, do not think I am wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Oh, possess us, tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan.
Oh! If I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog!
What? For being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight?
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
The devil, a Puritan that he is, or anything constantly, but a time pleaser, an affectioned ass that can't stay without book, and utters it by great swords. The best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it is on his grounds of faith that all that look upon him love him. And on that vice in him will my revenge for a notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, will he find himself most feeling personated. Oh, I can write very much like my lady, your niece, on a forgotten matter we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent. I smell a device.
Oh, I have it in my nose, too.
And she will think by the letters that thou wilt drop that they come from my niece, and that she is in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse will make an ass of him.
Ass, I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
George Royal, I warrant you. I know my fist will look with him. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, till you shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
For me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, a true bred, and she adores me so. What of that?
I was adored once, too.
Let's be to bed, knight. Thou needst send for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I'll be a foul way out.
Send for more money, knight. And if thou not have her in the end, call me cut.
And if I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Come, knight. Come, knight.
Now, good morrow, friends. Give me some music. Now, good Cesario, put that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night. Methought it did relieve my passion much, more than light airs and recollected turns of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, put one verse.
He is not here, it's his lordship that should sing it.
Who was it?
Firstly, gesture, my lord, a fool that the lady Olivia's father would not let him. He is about the house.
Seek him out. And play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, and the sweet pangs of it remember me, for such as I am, all true lovers are, unstained and skittish in all notions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives the very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some creature that it loves. Hath it not, boy?
A little by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She is not worth thee then. What years in faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven! Let me, still the woman take an elder than herself, so wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and born than women's are.
Think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, for thy affection cannot hold a bet. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
So they are, alas, they are so, to die in the fate of perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come! The song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario, it is old and plain, the spinsters and the knitters in the sun, and the three maids who weave their threads with bows do use to chant it. It is silly sooth, and doubt is that the innocence of love, like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
I prithee, sing.
My shroud of white stuck whole with you. Oh, prepare it. My parts of death, no one so true didn't share it. Didn't share it. Not a flower sweet on my black coffin, let very strong. Not a friend grieve. My poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown. A thousand sighs to say, lay me away. My sad true lover never find my grave to weep there. To weep there.
Here's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Well, surely, sir. And pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to be.
Now the melancholy God protect thee, the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta, but thy mind is a very old. I would have men of your constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything, and their intent everywhere. Well, that's it. It always makes a good voyage of nothing.
Farewell. Let all of us take place. Once more, Cesario, get thee yon to same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands, the parts that fortune has bestowed upon her. Tell her I hold as giddily as fortune, but 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her in and traps my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir,
I cannot be so answered.
so but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love the same great pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. Tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can buy the beating of so strong a passion as left to give my heart. No heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but the palate that suffers serpent, cloyment and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can bear me and that I owe Olivia.
I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well would love women to men they owe. In faith, they are as true as hearts as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment like a worm in the bud feed on her damaged cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like patience on a monument, smiling with grief. Was this not love indeed? We men may say more, swear more. But in truth, our shows are more than our will. For still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy.
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. Yet I am not. Sir, shall I this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Tell her my love can give no place by no deny.
Come thy way, Senor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, I may be boiled to death with melancholy.
Would thou not be glad to see that niggardly, rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here?
Well, then to anger him, we will bring the bear back, and we will fool him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
Then we do not. It is pity of our lives.
Look, here comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Get the altar into the box. Malvolio is coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun, practicing behavior at his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this little will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close in the name of jesting, lie thou there. For here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard her come thus near that, should she fancy, it would be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think of it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced plumes.
Slut, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Rogue.
Pistol him.
Peace?
There is example for it. The lady of the stretchy married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fie on him, Jezebel.
Oh, peace. Now he's deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state,
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
calling my officers to me in a brashed velvet gown, leaving a day abed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone.
And then, to have the humor of state, and after a demure regard of travel, telling them I know my place as I would they should do theirs, to for my kinsman Toby, 7 of my people with an obedient start to make after him. I frown the while, perchance wind up watch, and play with my son, rich Duel. Toby appears there, and curtsies to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching a familiar smile with an austere regard of control,
And does Toby not give you a blow on the lips then?
saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me upon your knees, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Nay, or we break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
Oh, I knew it was I! For me to call me fool!
What employment do we have here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
Peace, for the spirits of intimate readings allowed to him.
To the unknown beloved. Oh, by my life, 'tis my lady's hand. Oh, these be her very C's, her U's and her T's with which she makes her great P's. It is in contempt of question, my lady's hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's. Why that?
To the unknown beloved, this in my good wishes. Her very phrases. By your leave, Wax. Soft. And the impression of her Lucrece with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
This wings him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. What follows? The number's altered. No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio,
Mary, hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-A-O-I doth sway my life.
Busty and riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed on?
With what wings stand your checks at?
I may command where I adore, but she may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. This is apparent to any formal capacity. But there is an obstruction in the end. What should this alphabetical position portend? If only I could make it resemble something in me. M-O-A-I.
Aye, make up that, for he is at a cold scent.
Salter will cry upon her for this, though it be as rank as a fox.
Malvolio! Why, that begins my name!
Did not I say he would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
But there is no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation A should follow, yet O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Aye, or I'll conjure him and make him say, oh.
And then I comes behind.
Aye, and you had any eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. This simulation is not as the former, and yet to crush it would bow to me, for every one of these letters is in my name. Here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood in spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thou humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang arguments of state, put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell. She that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. Oh, this is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will become point devise the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me. For every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings as of late, and she did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and in this manifests herself to my love with a kind of injunction that drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Here follows a postscript. Thou canst not choose but to know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well, therefore in my presence still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I would not lose my part of this sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from the Sophie.
I could marry the wench for this device.
So could I too.
And ask no other dowry from her, but such another jest.
Nor I neither.
Here comes my noble goal-catcher.
Wilt thou put thy foot on my neck?
Or on mine either.
Shall I play my freedom at traitor and become thy bond slave?
I or I either.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the thought of it leaves his mind, he runs mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
Like aquavitae with a midwife.
Oh, if you will see the fruits of the sport. Mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests. And he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. Oh, if you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thy most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
Save me, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy tabor?
No, sir. I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
Well, no such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayest say, the king lies by a beggar if a beggar dwells near him, or thy church stands by thy tabor if thy tabor stand by the church.
You have said, sir. Oh, to see this age. A sentence is but a cheverel glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Oh, nay, it is certain. Those that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would therefore my sister had no name, sir.
Why, man?
Why, sir, her name's a word, and to dally with that word might make my sister wanton. But words are very rascals, since bonds disgraced them.
Oh, thy reason, man?
Troth, sir, I can yield you none without words, and words are grown so false I am loath to prove reason with them.
I warrant thou to marry fellow and carest for nothing.
Oh, not so, sir. I do care for something, but in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. Now, if that be to care for nothing, I would it would make you invisible.
Art thou not the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool till she be married. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Oh, foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your masters as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and they'll pass upon me. I'll go more with thee. Oh, hold, there's expenses for thee.
Wilt thou Jove in his next commodity of hair? Send thee a beard.
Oh, by my troth, I'll tell thee, I'm almost sick for one. And I would not have it grow on my chin. Oh, is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use. I understand you, sir. 'Tis well begged.
The matter, sir, I hope is not great. My lady is within. I will construe to them whence you come. Who you are and what you would are out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit. He must observe their mood on whom he jests, the quality of persons, the time, and like the haggard, check at every feather that comes before his eye. This is a practice as full of labor as a wise man's art, for folly that he wisely shows is fit, but wise men, folly fallen, quite taint their wit.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
Dieu vous garde, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre civic.
I hope, sir, you are. And I am yours?
Shall you encounter the house? My niece desires that you should enter, if your trade be to her.
I'm bound to your niece, sir. She is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir. To enter.
I will answer with gate and entrance. Oh, we are prevented. Oh, most excellent accomplished lady, may the heaven rain odors on you.
Cesario, courtier. Rain odors. Wow.
My master hath no voice but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors, pregnant, and vouchsafed? I'll get them all three ready.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, in most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino, you.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him I think not on him, for his thoughts would they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I've come to wet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
By your leave, I pray you, I beg you never speak again of him. Would you undertake another suit? I'd rather hear you to solicit that than music from the sphere.
Dear lady,
give me leave. Beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me, you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you in a shameful cunning which you knew none of. What might you think? Have you not set mine arm to the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hideth my heart. So? Let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to
Oh,
love.
no, not degrees. 'Tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Well, then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. Oh, world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be a prey, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth. I will not have you. And yet, when wit and youth is come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward hall, grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. Yell nothing, madam, to my lord by me.
Stay. I prithee, tell me what thou thinkst of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Oh, then think you right. I am not what I am.
I kept your words, I would have you be.
You would have been better madam than I am. I wish it might, but now I'm your fool.
What a deal of scorn to pour out the contempt and anger of his lip. Cesario! By the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so, that martyr all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, for that I will therefore hold not cause, but rather reason not and reason better. Love sought his good with him and unsought bitter.
Innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that the woman has, who never none shall be mistress of it, save I alone. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Smooth that heart which now pours to lend his love.
No, faith, I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom? Give thy reason.
You must need yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
I saw your niece do more favors for the Count's serviceman than ever she bestowed upon me.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
Well, this was a great argument of love in her towards you.
Slid, will you make an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did so favoring the youth in your sight only to exasperate you, to awaken your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should have then accosted her, and with some excellent jest by your new from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, were you now so north of my lady's opinion, like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard, unless you do redeem yourself by some laudable attempt of either valor or policy.
And it be any way, it must be with valor, for policy I hate. I had as lief be a brownist as a politician.
Why then, build me thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me the Count's youth to a fight. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece will take note of it. And assure thyself there is no love broker in man's commendation with women that can more prevail than man.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in martial hand. Be cursed in brief. It is no matter that it be witty, so it be eloquently fun and full of invention. Curse him with a license of ink. And if thou douse him some thrice, it will not be amiss. And set down as many lies as can lie on a sheet of paper. Although the sheet may be big enough for the bed of wares in England, set them down. Go about.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the cubiculum. Go.
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I've been dear to him, lad. Some 2,000 strong or so.
We shall have a rare letter from him, but you will not deliver it.
Well, then never trust me then. And by all means, stir me the youths to an answer. For I'm sure oxens and wain ropes cannot hail them together. As for Andrew, if he were to be opened and you find as much blood in his liver that could fill the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And his opposite, the youth bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Look, where the youngest wren of 9 comes.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself at the stitches, follow me. Yond go Malvolio has turned heathen, a very renegado, for there is no Christian that means to be saved by ever believing rightly, could ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered.
Most villainously, like a pedant that keeps a school in the church. I have dogged him like his murderer. He doth obey every point of the letter that I have dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than is in the new map of the augmentation of the Indies. Oh, you've not seen such a thing as it is. I could hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him, If she do, he'll smile and take it for a great favor.
Come, bring us to where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage. But jealousy, what might befall your travel, being skillless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonia, I can no other answer make but thanks and ever thanks, and oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay, but were my worth as is my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go to see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir, best first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once, in a sea fight, 'gainst the Count, his galleys I did some service. Of such note indeed that were I taken here 'twould scarce be answered.
Be like you slew great number of his people.
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality of the time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from him, which, for traffic's sake, most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk to open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs, at the Elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, whilst you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town. There shall you have me.
Why I your purse?
Haply your eye shall light upon some toy you have desired to purchase, and your store, I think, is not for idle market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer, and leave you for now.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? For youth is bought more oft than begged or borrowed. Where is Malvolio? He is sad and civil and suits well for a servant of my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Why, what's the matter? Does he write?
Oh, no, madam, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if he comes, for sure the man's tainted in his wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. What ho, Malvolio!
Sweet lady. Oh,
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
sad lady. Oh, I could be sad. It does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering. But what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me as the old saying goes, please one and please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What's the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It was delivered to his hand, and commands shall be answered. I believe we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wouldst thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come with thee.
God comfort thee! Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolio?
At your request, nightingales answer daws.
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great. Some achieve greatness.
What sayest thou?
And some are greatness. Remember the commanded by
stockings and
Stockings!
wish to see the ever cross-guard,
Cross-garter!
go to thou art made.
Am I made?
If not, let him see thee still. Fellow servants, not worthy to touch fortune's fingers.
Oh, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of Count Orsino's has returned. I can hardly entreat him back. He intends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. I will not have him miscarried for the half of my dowry. Where's my cousin Toby? Let my people have a special care over him.
Oh, do you come near me now? No worse man than Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him to me on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites that to me in the letter. Cast thou humble self, says she, be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang the arguments of state, put thyself into the trick of singularity, and consequently sets the manner down how, as a sad face, a reverent carriage, a slow tongue, and the habit of some sir of note, I have limed her. Oh. And when she went away now, let this fellow be looked to, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow! Everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can come between me and the prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he, in the name of sanctity? If all of the devils in hell were drawn in little, and Legion himself possessed him, yet I would still speak with him.
Here he is, here he is. How is it with you, sir? How is it with you, man?
Go off. I discard you. Let me enjoy my private.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did not I tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you have a care with him.
Aha, does she so?
Go to. Peace, peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How do you, Malvolio? How is it with you? What man? Defy the devil. Consider he's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Law you, and you speak ill of the devil. See how he takes it to heart. Pray God he not be bewitched.
Carry his water to the wise woman.
Marry, it shall be done tomorrow morning. If I live, my lady will not lose him for more than I'll say.
How
Prithee, hold thy peace, for this is not the way. Do you not see you move him? Let me alone.
No way but gentleness. Gently, for the fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
How do you, my bawcock? How dost thou chuck?
Sir?
Aye, Biddy. Come. 'Tis for gravity to play the cherry pit with Satan. Hang thee, foul collier.
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My
Oh,
prayers,
I warn
mates.
you, he will not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You'll know what you're after.
Is it possible?
If this were played upon on a stage now, I would condemn it as improbable fiction.
His intelligence hath taken infection to the device, man.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint.
We shall drive him mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
Come. We'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in belief that he is mad, so we may carry it thus, for our pleasure and his penance, till our very pastime, tired, out of breath, which prompt us to have mercy on him. At this time we will bring the device to the bar and crown thee for the finder of mad men.
Well, more matter for a May morning.
Here's the challenge. Read it. Warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Aye, is it? I warrant him, do but read.
Give me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
And to exceeding good sense.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good.
thou killest me, like a rogue and a villain.
Still you keep from the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is for the better. And so look to thyself, thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Sir Andrew, Ague-cheek. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He's now in some course with my lady and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew. Scout me for him at the corner of the orchard like a bum baby. So soon as thou seest him, draw. And as thou drawest, swear horribly. For it comes to pass oft that a terrible oath with a swaggering accent sharply twanged off gives manhood more approbation than ever proof itself could have earned him. Away.
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now, will not I deliver this letter? For the behavior of the young gentleman gives him off to be of good capacity and breeding. His employment with his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. He will find it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I will deliver his challenge by word of mouth. Give Ague-cheek a notable report of valor, which drives the gentleman, as I know he would aptly receive it, into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will fright them both, that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices.
Oh, here he comes with your niece now. Give them way till we take leave, and presently after.
I will meditate a while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
I have said too much into a heart of stone, and allayed mine honor to unchary out. There's something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears, goes on my master's grief.
Here, wear this stole for me. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you. 'Tis my picture. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny, that to honor saved may upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How with mine honor shall I give to him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Oh, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
God save thee, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. For what wrongs thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end. Therefore, dismount thy tongue, be yare in thy preparation. For thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel with me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you take your life at any price, betake thee to your guard. For thy opposite hath within him youth, strength, skill, and fury to furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
Well, he is knight, dogged with unhatched rapier and on carpet consideration, but he's a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced three, and his incensement at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction may only be brought on by the pangs of death and sepulchre. Hobnob is his word. Give it, or take it.
I will return again to the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I've heard of men that put quarrels purpose in others to taste their valor. Be like this man of that quarrel.
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, give in to his desires. Back you shall not to the house, unless you undertake that with me, which you might answer him with as much safety. Therefore, on, and strip your sword stark naked. For metal you must, that is certain, or forswear to our iron about you.
This is uncivil as is strange. I beseech you, do me the courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Fabian, stay you by this gentleman till my return.
I pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Oh, nothing of that wonderful promise, as to read him by his form, as you are like to find in his valor. He is indeed the most skillful, fatal, and bloody opposite you could possibly have found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him, sir? I will make your peace with him, if I can.
I am bound to you for it. I am one that rather go Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my metal.
Why, the man's a very devil. I had never seen such a farrago. I had but one pass with him, a sword, scabbard and all. And he had struck me with such a mortal motion that it was inevitable. For he pays you as surely as your feet hit the ground they step on. They say he is fencer to the Sophy.
Pox on it, I'll not meddle with him.
Aye, but you will not yet be pacified. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it. And I thought he had been so valiant and so cunning in fence. I would have seen him damned. Ere I would have challenged him. Let him let the banner slip and I'll give him my horse. Great Capulet.
I will make the motion. Stand here and make some good show on it. This will end without the perdition of souls. Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I've convinced him the youth's a devil.
He's as horribly conceited of him, and pants, and looks pale, as if a bear were at his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will, for his own sake, fight you. Therefore, give in to his desires. Mary, he hath better bethought himself to this quarrel, for he finds it scarce worth talking of. Therefore draw, in the supportance of his vow, for he protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew. There's no remedy, sir. He will, for his honor's sake, have but one bout with you. He cannot by the duello avoid it. But he has promised me, for he is a gentleman and a soldier, that he will not hurt you. Come on, to it.
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you, sir, it is against my will.
Put up your sword! If this young gentleman have done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
You? Why? Who? What are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, if you are Undertaker, I am for you.
Officer Toby, oh, here come the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
Pray, sir, put up your sword if you please.
Very will I, sir. And for that I promise you I'll be as good as my word. He'll bear you easily and reigns well.
This is the woman. Do thy office.
Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me.
No, Jod. I know your favor well, though now you have no sea cap on your head. Take her away. She knows I know her well.
necessity makes me to ask you for my purse. It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, away!
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money? For the fair kindness you have shown me here, this part being prompted by your present trouble, out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. I'll make division of my present with you. Oh, there's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest that it make me so unsound a one as to upbraid you with those kindnesses that I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude more in men than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any taint of virtue whose strong corruption inhabits our frail hearts.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, I pray you, go!
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by, away with her.
But oh, how vile and idle proves this God! Thou hast, Sebastian, done good features shame. In nature, there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but the beauteous evil are empty trunks o'erflourished by the devil.
The woman grows mad, away with her.
Lead me on.
Methinks her words do from such passion fly, that she believes herself. So do not I. Oh, prove true imagination, prove true, that I, dear brother, be now taken for you. She names Sebastian, I my brother know, yet living in my glass, even such and so in favor was my brother. So went he suited still in this fashion, color, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, tempests are kind, and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest poultry boy, for he is more coward than he is hare, and his dishonesty derives itself out of leaving his friend here in necessity, and denying him. As for his cowardship, ask Fabian.
A coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
Slid out after him again and beat him.
Do. Cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
And I do not, I will
Come,
offer.
let's see the event.
And I need not lay any money, it will be nothing yet.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to. Thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear with you.
Well, without a faith. No, I do not know you. No, I'm not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her. No, your name is not Master Cesario. Nor this is not my nose, neither. Oh, nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly? He has heard that word of some great man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I am afraid this great lover, the world, will prove a cockney. I pray thee now, unguard thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There's money for me. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money get themselves good report. After 14 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again?
There's for you. Why, there's for thee. And there, and there. Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir, or I'll throw your dagger over the house.
This will I tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for 2 pence.
Come on, sir, hold.
Nay, let hold of him. I'll have another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him, if there be any law in Illyria.
Let go thy hand.
Come, sir, I will not let you go. Come, my young soldier, put up your iron. You are well fleshed. Come on.
I will be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy sword.
What? Nay, then I must have an ounce or 2 of this Malapert blood from you.
Hold, Toby! On thy life I charge thee, hold! Hold me ever thus! Ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and the barbarous cage your manners never were preached! Out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rusby, be gone! I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath watched up, that thou thereby mayst smile at this. Beshrew his soul from me. He started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? Or else this is a dream? And fancy still my sense in Lethe steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee. Would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be!
Nay, I prithee, put on this gown. Make him believe thou art Sir Tobus the curate. Do it quickly, I'll call Sir Toby the whilst.
Well, I'll put it on, and I will dissemble myself in it. And I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. I am not tall enough to become the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good student. But to be said, an honest man and good housekeeper goes as fairly as to say, a careful man and a great scholar. Ah, the competitors enter.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby, for as the old hermit of Prague, who never saw pen and ink, very wittily said to a niece of King Gorboduc, that is. So I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson. For what is that but that, and is but is?
To him, Sir Tobus.
What? Have I say? Peace in this prison!
The knave counterfeits well, a good knave.
Who calls there? Sir Topus the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic!
Sir Tobus! Sir Tobus! Good Sir Tobus! Who to my lady?
How diabolical fiend! How vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Sir Tobus! Sir Tobus! Never was man thus wronged! Good Sir Tobus, do not think I am mad! They have thrown me in here in hideous darkness!
Thou dishonest Satan! I come to thee by the most modest terms, for I am one of the gentle ones, who will use the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou that house is, dark?
As how, Sir Tobus?
Why, it hath bay windows as transparent as pericados, and the clear stores to the south-north are as lustrous as ebony. And yet complainest thou of obstruction?
I am not mad. I say this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest. I say there is no darkness here, but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fall.
not mad, Sir Thomas. I say this house is dark. Dark as ignorance was, as if ignorance were as dark as hell. I am not mad. Make trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wild fowl?
That the soul of our grand dame might haply inhabit a bird.
And what thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul and do not approve his opinion.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness. No. Thou shalt hold to the opinion of Pythagoras, ere I will allow thy wits, and fear to kill a woodcock, lest thou dispossess the soul of thy grandam. Fare thee well. Sir Thomas!
Thy most exquisite.
Sir Thomas!
Nay, nay. I am for all waters.
Thou mightest done this without thy gown, he sees thee not.
And in thine own voice, bring us how thou findest it. For I will be well rid of this knavery, but if he were to be conveniently delivered, I would he were. For I am already so far in offense with my niece that I cannot continue the sport to the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does.
Fool!
My lady is unkind, pretty. Alas, why is she so? She loves another.
Fool, I say!
You come, son.
Good fool! As ever wilt thou deserve at my hand, help me to some candles and a pen and ink and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
I, good fool.
God, Master, how fell thee besides thy 5 wits?
Fool! Never was man thus wronged. I am as with my wits full as thou art.
But as well. Well, then you are mad indeed, if you be in no better wits than a fool.
Good fool, some light and some paper, please. They have here propertied me, kept me in darkness, sent ministers to visit me, asses, and done all that they can to put me out of my wits.
Advise you what you say. The minister is here.
Malvolio, Malvolio, thy wits the heavens restore! Endeavor thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain bibble-babble!
Sir Tobias?
Maintain no words with him, good fellow!
Who, I, sir? Not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topas.
Marry men!
I will, sir. I will.
Fool, I say!
Alas, sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I am Shakespeare speaking to you.
I am as with my wits as any man in Illyria, fool!
Well a day that you were, sir. Well a day that you were.
Good fool! Some light and some paper. Convey what I will set down to my lady. It shall advantage thee greater than ever the bearing of letter did!
I will help thee to it. But tell me true. Are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains. But I will fetch you light and paper and ink.
I will be grateful to thee for it. Now be gone, I pray thee.
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir, I'll be with you again in a trice, like to the old fights, your needs to sustain, who with dagger of laugh, in his rage and his wrath, cries aha.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it, and though 'tis a wonder that it wraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonia then? I could not find her at the elephant, yet there she was, and there I found this credit, that she did range the town to seek me out. Her counsel now might do me golden service, for though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust but that I am mad, or else the lady's mad. Yet if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs and their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me, and this holy man into the chantry by. There before him, and under that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith. My most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it, whilst you are willing it shall come to note, and we will our celebration keep according to my birth. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine, that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now hast thou lovest me? Let me see his letter.
Now, good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything?
Oh, do not desire to see this letter.
That is to give it dog, and in recompense desire my dog again.
Belong you to the Lady Olivia, friends?
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me, and they make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass, so that by my foes I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. So that conclusions to be as kisses, if your 4 negatives will make your 2 affirmatives, why then, the better for my foes, and the worse for my friends.
Why, this is excellent!
No, sir. Though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. Here's gold.
But that it would be a double dealing, sir. I would you could make it another.
Oh, you give me ill counsel.
Oh, put your grace into your pocket, sir, for this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
Well, I will be so much a sinner as to be a double dealer. There's another.
Primo, secundo, tertio is a good play, and the saying is, the third pays for all. The triplex, sir, is a good tripping measure, or the bells of St. Bennet, sir, may put you in mind. 1, 2, 3.
You can fool no more money out of me at this throw. If you let your lady know I am here to speak with her, and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again. I go, sir, but I would not have you to think that my desire of having is the sin of covetousness. But as you say, sir, let your bounty take a nap. I will awake it anon.
Here comes the woman, sir, that rescued me.
That face of hers I do remember well, yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bobbling vessel was she captain of, for shallow draught and bulk unprizable, with which such scathful grapple did she make with the most noble bottom of our fleet. That very envy and tongue of loss cried fame and honor on her. What's the matter?
Orsino, that is Antonia that took the phoenix and her fraught from Candy, and it is she who did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, did we apprehend her.
She did me kindness, sir, drawn my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not 'twas but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou in terms so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess on base and ground enough Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouthed did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and to thereto add my love without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town. Drew to defend him when he was beset, where being apprehended, his false cunning, not willing to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of my acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing while one would wink, and denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came ye to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, Captain, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth have tended upon me, but more of that anon. Take her aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam!
What do you say, Cesario?
My lord would speak, my duty ushes me.
If it be aught the old tune, my lord, it is fat and false into mine ears, howling after music.
Still so cruel?
Still so constant, lord.
What, to perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithfulest offerings, hath breathed out that air devotion tendered? What shall I do?
Even what it please, my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it, like to the Egyptian thief at point of death, kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this. Since you, to non-regardance, cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits, crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I most jocund at willingly to do your rest, 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than my eyes, more than my life, more my own wars than e'er I shall of life. If I do feign you witnesses above, punish my life for the tainting of my love.
I am me detested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does you wrong?
Hast thou forgotten thyself? Has it been so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario. Husband, stay.
Husband?
My husband, can ye that deny?
Her husband, sirrah?
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the basis of thy fear that makes thee strangle the propriety. Fear not, Cesario, because thou knowest thou art, and that thou art as great as that thou fearst. Welcome, Father. I charge thee by thy reverence, here to unfold which lately we intended to keep in darkness, what occasion now reveals before 'tis ripe. What hath newly passed between this youth and me?
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremony of this compact sealed in my functions by my testimony, since when my watch told me, towards my grave I have traveled but 2 hours.
Oh, thou dissembling cup! What wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle on thy case? Or will not else thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest faith! Do not swear, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, Virgin,
Send one presently to Sir Toby.
Why, what's the matter?
He has broke my head across, and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help. I had rather 40 pound I were at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's serviceman, one Cesario. We had took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario.
Oh, it's lifelings. Here he is. You have broke my head across for nothing. And that I did, I was set on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespoke you fair, I hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you have said nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more. And if he had not been in drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did.
How now, gentlemen? How is it with you?
That's all one has hurt me. And there's the end on it. Sought. Did see Dick Sargent sought.
He's drunk, Sir Toby. An hour agone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue, and a passy-measures pavin. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him. Who hath made this havoc with him?
Come, Sir Toby, I'll help you, or we'll be dressed together.
Or will you help? An ass hen, and a coxcomb, and a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull?
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam, for I have hurt your kinsman. But had it been the brother of my blood, I would have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it had offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons? A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonia? Oh, my dear Antonia, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonia?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful!
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. Nor can there be that deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countrymen? What name? What parentage?
Of Messeline. Such a Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. So went he suited to his watery tomb. If nothing less to make us, so went he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman? As the rest goes even, I should let my tears fall upon my cheek and say, thrice welcome, Crown Viola.
My father had a fall upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola to her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He finished his mortal act indeed the day that made my sister 13 years.
Oh, if nothing lets to make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire. Do not embrace me till each circumstance of place, time, fortune do cohere and jump, that I am Viola. Which to confirm, I'll bring you to a captain in this town, where lie my maiden weeds. By whose gentle help, I was preserved to serve this noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune sense hath been between this lord and this lady.
So comes it, lady. You have been mistook, but nature to her bias true in that you would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you therein by my life deceived. You have been betrothed both to a maid and man.
Be not amazed, right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true. I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep us true in souls. Doth the orb continent the fire that severs day from night?
Give me thy hand. and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that had first bring me on shore hath my maid garments. She upon some action is now in durance at Malvolio, a gentleman, a follower of my lady's.
Oh, he shall enlarge him. Fetch him hither. Alas, now remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distracted. A most extracting frenzy of mine own, for my remembrance clearly banished his. How does he, Sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end, as well as a man in his case may do. Has here writ a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as madmen's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open it to read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam!
How now? Art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness, and your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow vox.
Prithee, read in thy right wits.
So I do, Madonna, but to read his right wits is to read thus. Therefore, perpend, my princess, and to give ear. By the Lord, madam!
Read it to you, Sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness, and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses, as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. He madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
The sailor's not much of distraction.
See him deliver, Fabian. Bring him hither. My lord, these things further thought on, to think me as well as sister, as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on it, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace this offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
My sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
My lord, this same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No!
Lady, you have. Pray you, peruse that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. Write from it in a hand or phrase, or say 'tis not your invention nor your seal. You can say none of those things. Well then, grant it, and tell me why, in the modesty of honor, you have shown me such clear lights of favor, bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to put on yellow stockings and frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. And acting this in an obedient hope, why you've had me suffered to be imprisoned, kept in darkness and visited by ministers, and made the most notorious geck and gull that e'er invention played on. Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my handwriting, though I confess, much like the character, but out of question 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do bethink me, it was she who first told me thou wast mad, and then camest in smiling, and in other forms which were presupposed here in the letter. Prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee. But when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own case.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel, nor no brawl come and taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at. In hopes it shall not, most freely I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here upon some uncourteous and stubborn parts we had conceived against him. Mariah writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, and recompense whereat he hath married her. How with the sportful malice of his folly, may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, and that the injuries be justly weighed that on both sides passed.
Alas, poor folk, how they have baffled thee.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them.
I was one in this interlude, sir. One Sir Telpis, sir. But that's all one.
By the Lord, fool, I am not mad.
Oh, but do you remember? Madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal? And you smile not, he's gagged. And thus the whirligig of time brings in its revenges.
I'll be revenged upon the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known, and golden time convents, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we shall not part from hence. Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are a man. But when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
A foolish thing was but its void, for the rain it raineth every day, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came to man's escape with hey-ho, wind and the rain, against names and thieves men shut their gate. For the rain it raineth every day, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came alas to wipe with hey-ho, wind and the rain, by slackering I could never thrive. For the rain it raineth every day, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came unto my bed with toss, but still have drunken heads with hey-ho,